guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spotlight, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2018 season. So we kicked off this week with this Pledge Team, Charizard Y, Venusaur. We've got the Carmine Cresselia that we haven't featured too much yet. We've got the Incineroar for the Fake Out support, also benefits from the drought ability, the sun that the Charizard brings. We've got Tapu Koko and Landorus Therian running off the team. So it's been pretty good so far this week. So hopefully we can kind of continue that on today. I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. I will say, just before we get into anything, I've got a few things I want to just say before we get into any battles today. So, one, sorry if you've commented on the videos this week and I haven't got back to you. I've been like super tied up with lots of different things. So, it's not that I haven't seen them, and they really mean the world. So I will get round to responding to them as soon as I am able to. But it's not a case of me being like ignoring them or anything. So just so you know, I do really appreciate it. So do keep them coming, guys. And just when I think it's just the time of year that I'm at the minute with planning for the wedding and everything like that. It's just everything seems a bit crazy. And the other thing, obviously, if you enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe, all of that jazz. But more importantly than that, so the past few weeks I've been developing an idea. I wanted to create like some piece of merchandise for the channel, and I wanted to kind of create a t-shirt brand, something you can kind of rep, wear, but it's not so obvious that it's Pokemon for you guys out there that don't want to like be going around with a Pikachu on your top. I thought this is kind of cool, so I came up with this idea, and it's called Flinch clothing. So Flinched clothing. It's a mechanic in the game, as we all know, one that we love and we hate, but it's kind of cool at the same time. So I am wearing, as you can see, if I can raise myself up, it looks like I'm flying when I do this. So this is the shirt. This is the original design I'm wearing right now, and I'm just going to pull up on the screen for you guys quickly. You can head over to teespring.com/flinched-clothing, and you will be able to find these t-shirts that I've designed, and you can purchase them if you like the look of them and you want to wear them, rep them and all that sort of thing. Obviously I'll put the link in the description below, but what I'm going to do next week, I'm going to think of something that we can do for a giveaway for one of these t-shirts. I don't know which one yet. We've got 3 designs to kind of start us off. We've got the original one, which I'm kind of wearing right now, which you can see. And I'm pretty happy with how they've turned out. They look kind of nice. And then you've got 2 more, which are the Flinch Life. So Flinch's Life, we love that. And so yeah, you've got the black and the white. So they're pretty basic at the minute, but they look nice. They're super nice quality. Postage was super quick as well. So we will arrange a giveaway for one of these next week. But I will just put it out there. I'll be promoting these a little bit more and more as we go on through the videos and things. So and things will be ramping up, and we'll have new designs and stuff coming out all the time. But I would love to hear your thoughts on them, guys. I really would love to hear what you think of them, and let me know, because it's something that I'd like to kind of push forward and get really cool designs with, and it's kind of like a gaming top you can wear in an event. And it's like I say, it's more kind of streetwear where it's obscure. You kind of know, like a Pokemon player will know what it means, but to the rest of the oblivious world, they don't know anything. But enough of that, because we've got battling to get on with. We've got our first opponent of the day, Kira, and they are running a hard, well, not a hard rain team. You just automatically think that, though. We've got a rain mode in here. We've got the Politoed Ludicolo, threatening rain mode. You've got the Metagross Lele, another super strong combination, and then Zapdos and Landorus backing that up. So Landorus there with the Intimidate support, ground immunity for that Metagross, and then we've got the Zapdos. It's going to have the Stab Electric type attacks and provide additional speed control for the team that it otherwise lacks. You could always imagine the Politoed could have access to something like Icy Wind, but it's, you know, you have to get into the battle before we can see that. But the primary speed control user is going to be that Zapdos, and it's going to be that Tailwind. So what are we going to do against this? Like Charizard's like really nice here, as well as Venusaur. We do need to be a little bit careful for that Landorus. I think I will want to bring Cresselia here. It's a nice bulky Pokemon I can switch out if the rain comes onto the field. It's a nice bulky Pokemon that can take attacks from Metagross and Lele quite comfortably. And it's just deciding the final member of the team. Let's think. Do we want to go Landorus or Incineroar? Maybe Incineroar is better because we've got the a nice switch into any psychic type attacks as well. So we'll go for that and see how we get on in our first game today. I haven't even got the bottom screen on. What am I doing? Oh, I have got the bottom screen on. Just went black. Ignore me, guys. Ignore me. So I can't imagine my opponent leading with the rain, but I might eat my words here. Yeah, so we're going to see Tapu Lele Zapdos. Okay. So we see Seed variant of Zapdos. It does proc, so boosting that special defense there. And we do want to Mega Evolve with our Venusaur. I guess one thing we do need to be a little bit careful of is the Shattered Psyche. But I kind of imagine my opponent probably to just protect the Tapu Lele here and then maybe so we could potentially Sleep Powder. We could go for the Z move into the Lele. Or we could switch into Incineroar. It's not a bad option. Because although the Lele might protect here, at the same time it could be Scarfed, so we need to be a little bit wary of that. And it would be gone for a Psychic into that Venusaur slot, you would think. And I imagine the Zapdos here to want to try and get speed control because of that Chlorophyll ability that the Venusaur has, and just kind of trying to get around that this following turn. So just protect Charizard here, not wanting to take any unnecessary damage. Psychic into that Incineroar and a Thunderbolt, so no speed control at all here coming out, but we do get the Sun Up, so it does give us the opportunity to go for I mean, one thing we could do is switch out a Charizard into the Cresselia and go for a Flare Blitz into the Tapu Lele slot. But then the rain could be in the back, so do we want to do that and let the Zapdos get a free attack off? I don't really feel like we do. I'm just going to fake out the Zapdos this turn. I'm going to switch in Cresselia because I feel like in front of Zapdos and Lele, they're like prime targets to start setting up. And there we do see the Politoed switch in there, so we were right not to target that Tapu Lele this turn. By switching our Charizard out as well, it means we've got a nice switch in the following turn to get rid of that rain if we want to. Get the flinch on the Zapdos. Okay, like I say, I think I'm going to go for a Calm Mind here. It's a good opportunity to do that. With Incineroar, what do we do? We could U-turn. I feel like Incineroar probably... We could switch into Venusaur here, because we're probably just going to see a combination of, like, in the worst, T-Bolt and Scald into that slot, and Venusaur will be able to take that quite comfortably. It's quite a lot of positioning at this point in the game, but I feel like Weather Wards are always quite tricky to begin with, and it's when that first kind of piece falls, that's when they kind of, you can start kind of moving forward a little bit. But we see that the Politoed switch straight out. We see the Zapdos go for that T-Bolt. Now that is really unfortunate. We do get paralysed, our Venusaur paralysed. Okay. Do I go for a couple of Calm Minds here? I'm gonna go for another Calm Mind. And thing is here, do I switch into Incineroar? Because my opponent will probably read this and T-Ball and Moonblast into this slot. But I mean, Incineroar will be able to take it. And I don't really want to leave Venusaur just sitting here. Especially Paralyzed. I mean, I could have went for the Poisonium, but it's so risky and my opponent's easily able just to Psychic into that slot here just to get rid of it. And the Shadow Ball coming out into the Cresselia. That's fine. With that Calm Mind, we're taking that super easy. And the Thunderbolt into Cresselia slot. Okay. So we get a free switch in with Incineroar here, which is really nice. We are going to get another Calm Mind off with our Cresselia. Okay, so I think I'm going to start attacking now. I'm going to go for an Icy Wind. And... I could knock off the Lele slot, to be honest. I feel like this is Scarfed Lele, and I feel like it'll probably want to switch out here, if anything. And if that Politoed comes in, it's likely it's holding a Wiki Berry or something like that, potentially. So if we can get rid of that, it makes our lives a bit easier. You've got to imagine my opponent's probably expecting the Fake Out coming out here. No switches though. Just going to see another Shadow Ball, but into the Incineroar slot this time. Okay, so my opponent predicting maybe a switch here, and a T-Bolt doubling into that slot. We do see an Icy Wind. Zapdos does avoid. Bit unfortunate. But we are able to get the Icy Wind onto the Lele, and we will be able to get a knockoff as well here. And to huge damage, and it is the Choice Scarf, so at least we've got rid of that. Okay. I think what I'll do is go for a U-turn into that Tapu Lele. And by doing this, it allows us to get our Charizard in without taking like too much damage. Well, without taking any damage, because Incineroar is going to be the last thing to move here. The Icy Wind does take the Lele down, but our U-turn will just redirect into the Zapdos here, and it means we can potentially get our Charizard in. But I don't know if I want to get Charizard in right now. Do I? Because I feel like the Politoed would just come in. So we might be better off going for the Venusaur. So we still got our Sun in the back, rather than bringing it in right now. The rain does stop. So let's see what my opponent brings in here. So if I bring in the Charizard there, they just bring in the Politoed. This is like my whole thinking behind this. Okay. Well, this isn't too bad. I'm just going to Icy Wind, and I'm going to go for the Poisonium into that Ludicolo. Like, Venusaur might get doubled here. We haven't seen the fourth move on the Zapdos. It could have Heat Wave. It's unlikely it might have Ice, Hidden Pot Ice. Okay, so there's the Fake Out, Heat Wave. Hopefully we take this. Yeah, we take this with Venusaur, as long as we're not... Ha! Paralyzed! I was going to say we'll take that, but of course we are. Right, I'm going to Moonlight with Cress. Or do I Moonlight? No, because I can Moonlight the next turn. Yeah, I can Moonlight the next turn. We have got the berry. And I will just go for that. I don't want to lose Venusaur right now though, that's the problem. I'm going to protect Venusaur, because as soon as I lose Venusaur... I hate paralysis so much. What I was going to say, as soon as I lose Venusaur, I lose my option to get the Sun back up. We do hit this Icy Wind, and we're going to see a Roost from the Zapdos. Okay, actually, we still got the Incineroar, which isn't the worst thing in the world. So let's bring in Charizard. We're definitely going to see that Zapdos, I would imagine, switch out. Let's go for a Moonlight with Cress. And let's switch in Incineroar. Like, Incineroar here is probably going to take a water type attack, you've got to imagine. Because the Politoed's bound to come in. Yep, and here comes a Politoed. And this again is not working really in our favour because it doesn't really help our Moonlight because it gets reduced to 25%. But it does mean that Incineroar is going to take at least another turn. We'll probably see a T-Ball come into that slot. And there's a T-Ball. So it's going to just proc. Okay. I'm going to just Calm Mind again with Cress. I've got to kind of watch the timer here, to be fair. And just fake out the Zapdos. And we might lose Politoed here. Incineroar, sorry. Scald into Incineroar. Yeah, okay. This isn't so bad, because now we do get a Charizard in. And that Politoed has to switch out. Which means you get a free Heat Wave and Psyshock potentially into that Zapdos. Which, I mean, we could probably Fire Pledge and Psyshock. And +3 is probably enough to take down the Zapdos. How do we Heat Wave? I just want to get damage onto the Ludicolo as well. Let's Heat Wave. No switch from the Politoed. So the Zapdos is going to go for a T-Bolt here. Heat Wave, as long as it hits. It does. Okay. I don't think Psyshock. +3 from this range. Might. Yeah, it gets it. Okay, we've got this then. And that Seed didn't really make much difference there because the Psyshock goes off the defense side of things. Now we've got to worry about here is a little bit is the obviously the potential Rain Dance from this Politoed, but we can just do we even go for Icy Wind anymore? I don't feel like we need to. I think we just Psyshock the Ludi and we just Solar Beam the Politoed. And I think from this range, like this position, like Cress can win the game. We'll probably see Fake Out come out here from the Ludicolo. Our time is running low. Fake Out into the Cress. We do get the Solar Beam off. I wonder if this Politoed has Rain Dance. It could change things a little bit if it has, but okay, we'll get some nice damage onto that Politoed. Don't proc a berry either. Perish Song. Okay. I don't think. Okay, so right, we'll go for the Ludi now because I don't think the Ludicolo's got Protect. I wouldn't have thought it has Protect and Fake Out. Politoed definitely does, but it's got to get like 3 Protects off really. Yeah, and I'd imagine this combination now will be enough to take this Ludi down. So we just need one failed Protect from, oh, it's gone all out, Wartarium in the sun. It's not going to be doing too much though, unfortunately. Like, both targets are going to be able to survive this pretty comfortably. Yeah, Char takes that. And the Psyshock, this should hopefully take down this Ludi. Yeah, okay. I don't think the crit mattered there too much. Okay, 2, 2, 2. Now we just need to hope for a failed protect. It's got to go for the double here. Does fail, so we are going to be able to pick up the win, which is good. But this is a long match. The paralysis, I think, didn't really help on the Venusaur. It did slow things down quite a lot, but we managed to kind of just maneuver around enough and get ourselves into a nice position in the end to kind of close this one out. But very good game to my opponent, and yeah, we'll move on. Hopefully our next match is a little bit quicker. We're on the 20-minute mark now, so we've got 10 minutes, so we should be fine. I hope. But what we'll do, guys, we will play this team again next week on the channel, but if you've got any ideas or suggestions or anything you'd like to see kind of added to this team, do let me know. We can make adjustments over the weekend. I feel like it was a lot easier when we did like 5 battles in a week, where we could kind of really say at the end of that session that we'd done, right, well, this is what we faced, this is what we're struggling against, this is what we can do against that. But I feel with only 3 episodes per week at the moment, it's harder to do that. So maybe we need a couple more days to play the team, or at least Monday's episode to maybe identify some stuff, or maybe we even bump into something at the end of this episode with our next opponent. But we'll see. So hopefully it doesn't take too long to find an opponent. It's always the way though, isn't it? As soon as you kind of want things to speed up a little bit, it starts to drag its heels a little bit. But come on, battle spot. Let's go. And also, while I'm just thinking about it, the t-shirts, since we have 3 designs, if you want to tell me which one you would most prefer to be up for the giveaway, do let me know, because we can always cater it to what you guys would like for the giveaway. Or you can leave it up to me and I can just choose a random one. But I'll have a think over the weekend and have a look at what ideas I can come up with for something fun for us to do the giveaway around. It's always fun if we have something to base it around, rather than just say do a like, leave a comment or something like that, which is fine, but I feel like we need to be a bit more inventive with a little competition maybe. So I will have a think and then we'll do it. But it's a cool prize, I think. I do like them. I'm actually I'm really happy with how they turned out, and I'm kind of hoping that the whole thing carries on with this feeling that I have at the moment about it. So, but I am really looking forward to kind of hearing your thoughts on the whole t-shirt thing. Let's go Maxi and Archie, and hope that's our lucky music. It is. We've got a Japanese player, 1539, for our next and last opponent of the day, running a team of Charizard, Rhyperior, Heatran, Venusaur, Cresselia, and Tapu Fini. So, kind of a mirror, but we've got a few variations here. We've got that Rhyperior, very good, very slow, and a Trick Room for the mod that Cresselia will probably be able to activate and offer. We've got the Heatran there as well. That's going to resist all of the Charizard Y attacks on our side of the field, and cause our own Venusaur a lot of problems. Got terrain control from the Tapu Fini. I kind of think as well that Rhyperior is probably Lightning Rod as well, just to give the Charizard and the Tapu Fini a little bit more support. So what do we do here? Which route do we go? I feel like I do want to bring Coco. I probably want to bring Incineroar as well, and Venusaur, I think. Do I want Charizard? That's the thing. Like, Charizard's not bad, but then if we're locked in Trick Room, it's not ideal. I could go Cress, because Cress is alright with the Moonlight, and we've got the Calm Mind. We can get around quite a lot with that. So let's see. This feels like a really tricky matchup. And I think anything with Heatran in, because we've got like no water spread or type in the team to kind of help deal with. We have got the Landorus. It does help to a certain extent. Let's see what my opponent leaves with. So the Cresselia and the Tapu Fini. Okay. Going to see the Misty Surge override our Electric Surge. We do get our Intimidate off. I can imagine the Cresselia wanting to probably go for a Trick Room here. I'm going to switch out Coco into Venusaur. I can imagine the Tapu Fini wanting to protect or switch out here rather than take out. Just take on or take a big electric type attack. There's always a threat of Electrium Z from Coco, especially on kind of Char Y variants as well. We may see a Rhyperior switch in as well in that slot. Yeah, there's the switch out from the Fini and Rhyperior coming in. So that Cresselia is going to try and get that Trick Room up. So we will fake it out, just stop at this turn. Okay, so with the Rhyperior in on the field. Okay. We could Sleep Powder the Cresselia, because I'd imagine the Rhyperior probably wants to protect here. But it's risky again, because we've already seen this week how a Sleep Powder can miss, but... I can't imagine the Rhyperior not protecting here because of the threat from a Giga Drain or a grass type attack that it's 4 times weak. It wants to protect against this. We're not going to see the Crest go for a Trick Room. We're going to see the Rhyperior actually withdraw and the Cresselia withdraw. We're going to see Tapu Fini come in, Heatran come in for the Rhyperior. Sleep Powder is not going to do anything. And we are going to get this U-turn with our Rhyperior, with that Incineroar. And what are we going to bring in? Could bring in Cresselia, but we could bring in Coco again. Now, does my opponent switch in the Rhyperior and switch out? Switch the Tapu Fini for the Rhyperior, that would make more sense. So I could just kind of want to see what my opponent's going to do here. I'm going to switch Coco out and I'm going to just protect Venusaur this turn, because I imagine that the Rhyperior will come back in, and I imagine we'll probably see a Heat Wave come out from this Heatran. Maybe an Earth Power, but more likely a Heat Wave. If we see that Rhyperior come in, of course. Yeah, so there's the Fini switch out. Rhyperior? No, Cresselia. Okay. There's an Earth Power, so yeah. Incineroar's not going to like taking this, but because of the Assault Vest, we take that a bit easier. We could just fake out. Do we go for the Sleep Powder again? That's the thing. Like we could, yeah, we can go for it. I would go for it again. We might see the Fini just come straight back in. But at some point we've got to kind of start dishing out some damage. Yeah, Cresselia's going to switch straight back out. It's going to be Rhyperior coming in now though. And Heatran just protecting. Okay, so let's get Cress in and start getting these Calm Minds up. I'm just going to protect Venusaur here. Because I don't want to take an unnecessary heat wave from this Heatran. And I think the best kind of position we want to find ourselves in is that Finny out in the field and our Venusaur still out, so we can Poisonium Z it. And I imagine maybe the Heatran to switch out here, if the Rhyperior is feeling brave enough to go for an Earthquake. But you've got to imagine it'd be the other way around. You imagine the Rhyperior protecting and the Heatran going for a Heat Wave potentially. No protect from the Rhyperior and just a Rock Slide coming out. Okay. Okay. Let's go for a Calm Mind. Do we Grass Pledge the Rhyperior? No, let's bring in Incineroar. If that Rhyperior stays in, then we get an Intimidate off onto it at the very least. And at least we take those Heat Waves a little bit better. Yeah, Cresselia coming in. Okay, so we get a Calm Mind. I don't feel like this is going to be that quick 10-minute game that we wanted, guys, unfortunately, but there's a Heat Wave coming out from the Heatran. Okay, so we'll just go for another Calm Mind. We fake out the Heatran here. Then we allow, I guess, yeah, fake out the Heatran, because in this position, Incineroar underspeeds the Heatran. Although letting the Cresselia get the Trick Room off to get that Rhyperior in could be the end of this game, to be honest. So it's Tapu Fini coming in. Okay. So probably not going to see a Trick Room come out. Maybe we do. What's this Cresselia going to do? It is going for the Trick Room. Okay. Alright. Alright. I don't mind that too much. Let's Moonlight. And it's probably a good time to kind of U-turn out of here. Really. With Incineroar. So we've got the Intimidate in the back to bring in on the Rhyperior. So this helping hand come out. You're going to get this U-turn into this Cresselia. Do a nice chunk of damage. And let's bring in Venusaur. I wonder what we're going to see. We're going to see potentially a Waterium from this Tapu Fini. To get the Moonlight off first, which is going to help in case the Cresselia is the target this turn. Yep, and here we go. Here is the Z move. I imagine they're probably trying to nuke. Yeah, they're going for the Cresselia. Those Calm Minds in the Moonlight helping us out massively here. Okay. So let's go for a Psyshock into the Tapu Fini. Oh, do we? I think the Fini just does not stay in here at all. Like, no chance. No chance. I'm going to bring in Incineroar. Because you've got to imagine the Fini switches out. Cresselia might go for Psychic into that Venusaur slot. You imagine that Oh, it's a Cresselia switching out. Yeah, threatened by the threat of that sleep powder. Yeah, and yeah. Okay, so the Rhyperior are going to come in as well, a double switch. So this switch to Incineroar's super nice for us because we get the Intimidate off onto the Rhyperior and we've got the Fake out the next turn to kind of stall out these Trick Room turns, which is really nice. And you know, once the Rhyperior is gone as well, we've taken away any potential threat of possibly a Lightning Rod user being in the team. Obviously Coco's life gets a lot easier regardless. Okay, so what we'll do is how many boosts have we got? Okay, we've got 2 turns of Trick Room left. I'm going to just Moonlight and I'm going to just fake out the Rhyperior here. Like the Heatran's still super tricky. And like in hindsight, the Landorus would have been super good in this match. Especially just kind of cycling the Intimidates with the Incineroar. So no Protect's coming out from my opponent at all. Rhyperior flinches, Earth Power coming out into the Incineroar. We don't take it, unfortunately. Need to get the Moonlight off with Cress. Okay. Let's get the Venusaur in. I think the terrain ends this next turn as well. So we can protect Venusaur here. And just Psyshock into the Rhyperior. And just protect the Venusaur. Okay, we've got like 1 minute 30 left. There's a Cress coming in. Yeah. Okay. We try and Heat Wave. The Psyshock doing a bit of chip. We could probably Poisonium the Cresselia right now to get the KO on it. Gotta imagine we get it from this range. I'm gonna go for another Calm Mind because I'm pretty confident that Venusaur takes at least 1 Heat Wave. Ooh, Cresselia gonna switch out. Tapu Fini. Excellent. The target that we wanted to hit with it all along just walked straight into it, so that's good. Next job is getting rid of that Rhyperior. Once that's done, we can kind of deal with the Heatran a lot easier with the Coco. So I'll probably take a Heat Wave. You've got to imagine a Heat Wave coming out from the Heatran here. Get another Calm Mind off with Cresselia. What's this Heatran going for? He's gone for a Heat Wave. Does Venusaur take it? Just. Okay. Just. And thanks to that misty terrain for Venusaur, there's no chance of a burn that could have kind of scuppered things right there and then for us. Right. Let's just go for another Calm Mind. And, I mean, could Sleep Powder the Cresselia right now because we're going to lose Venusaur. Ooh, cheeky ally switch. Huh. Okay. I mean, if we get Cress up to +6, we should be able to do this with just Cress. We've got Moonlight, we'll be fine, I think. Heat Wave. The problem is, now, that Rhyperior, if it's got Lightning Rod, which everything on this team kind of screams that it has. Do we take? Oh, I'm just going to go for the double into the Cresselia slot. Because if anything, the Heatran protects here, if not, and the Cresselia tries to get a Trick Room up. So no ally switch, no switching out. Get the T-Ball, it's not enough. And we do Procaberry, which is not ideal. But you kind of have to expect that, to be honest. There's a Psy Shock. I'm going to take an Earth Power. Oh, a Heat Wave. Alright. And a Trick Room. Yeah. Ha. Okay. Let's Moonlight. And I guess let's go for a T-Bolt into the Heatran. Get some last ditch damage off. Helping Hand, Heat Wave. Heat Wave could miss Coco. That would be pretty nice here for us. Yeah. But no miss, unfortunately. Oh. Okay. Big crit on Cress. Does Procaberry. We're running out of time. Like, seriously running out of time though now. So we need to be really tapping these buttons super quick. So we need to go just calm mind up as much as we can. So Heatran withdrawing. We're going to see Rhyperior come in. Ally switch. It's fine. You ally switch all you want. We are going to see Helping Hand something. I'm going to just Moonlight here because it will be a Helping Hand. I don't know. It does get access to like Mega Horn, which could be a bit problematic for us. Like seriously problematic. It's just Rock Slide, so it's not the worst. As long as we get a Moonlight, that's good. Trick Room's going to run out soon as well. I haven't really time to kind of check these things though. I think we just start attacking. Let's go for the Rhyperior. With a Helping Hand. Another Rock Slide. Do get the Side Shock. A few more boosts than last time. Okay, nearly. Dimension Sin back to normal, which is ideal. Gonna see another Trick Room here. I'm gonna just Side Shock it into the Cresselia. We're probably gonna see another Trick Room setup. I don't know if we could win this on time. Okay, Ally Switch. Okay, that's great because we get rid of the Rhyperior now. We've got 21 seconds. Huh. I don't know how much a Side Shock's doing to Heatran though. That's the thing. Probably not doing enough at all. I need to absolutely just mash the buttons. Let's not care what anyone's doing, just keep mashing the buttons. We might get a few turns out. Okay, so Helping Hand again. No Trick Room. Get the Side Shock. It's doing not bad damage. Heat Wave. We could do with like a Heat Wave miss, couldn't we? Oh, we're taking that. Oh, but the burn. That burn is awkward. But it's still fine. We're still fine. We're still fine. We're still fine. The worst thing here could be... no, Trick Room would have been bad there. But we're going to have to Moonlight this next turn. We are going to get the Psyshock off. Okay, maybe one more will do it. Maybe one more. With a Helping Hand Heat Wave. Okay. Yeah, we can't risk another one. Come on! We've got 13 seconds. We might be able to do this. Another Helping Hand. Get a Moonlight off. We're going to be fine. This should put us well above half. Which is nice. Yeah, this should give us the room now to just button mash and get these attacks off. Come on. Oh, my opponent's time run out. So we win on a crazy time just by button mashing. But very good game to my opponent, and man, this video has run over by a long way. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the matches. There's been a lot of position and a lot of kind of building up, a lot of stalling, and kind of bringing Cresselia to both games kind of explains that. Maybe we shouldn't bring Cresselia so much on Monday, but at least we got to feature it. You know, before the video we said we didn't get to feature it so much, but we've definitely seen a good showing from Cresselia today, so that's been really good. Right guys, I'm not gonna drag this on anymore. Do check out the Flinched clothing t-shirts. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, on your thoughts on today's games, on the battles that we've played. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely amazing weekend. Whatever you're doing, do let me know what you're up to, and I will see you all again on Monday for another episode of the School of Hard Knocks. So until then guys, take care of yourselves and bye bye.